Chandler. Joining me out here today will be Jimmy from our Australian Zoo Pro team. And we have the honor of feeding Graham for you guys today. Now, keep your cameras rolling. This could be a very exciting show. Graham is the only croc here at Australian Zoo who's actually managed to bite a couple of people. He bit Wes, he's best mate back in the day. He also bit Steve on the hand many years ago. So he is an awesome crocodile, loves coming out for a free feed, and he is huge now. He's probably in that 14-foot range. He's probably the biggest croc we have here in the Croc Museum. But what we want to do today is we're going to be relying on his natural hunting instincts and using that to our advantage to show you guys how awesome Graham is, and all crocodiles are, but also teach you guys how to stay safe in crocodile territory. We're going to be telling you guys 3 very important rules you want to follow up north to avoid crocodiles. We're going to be breaking those rules today to show you what not to do in crocodile territory. And Graham absolutely loves this. This is his favorite part of the day. This is exactly what Steve used to do back in the day. Our crocs absolutely live for it. We could throw meat over the fence and they get a free feed. However, this is so much more fun for them. We have 7 crocodiles out the back, all lined up at 1:15, waiting their turn to come out and try to get the big piece of food with the American accent. So, good exciting show today. But rule number 1, you don't want to approach the water's edge in crocodile territory. Me being at the water's edge, this sends out vibrations to Graham. He can feel vibrations 4 times greater in the water than he can out on land. So even if this was deep, dark, murky water, Graham can pinpoint my exact location. And this just signals to him that there's food coming down to the water's edge. This is how he hunts in the wild. So rule number 1, don't approach the water's edge, because Graham is an absolutely massive crocodile, and he's moving through about shin-deep water right here without even making a ripple, remaining undetected. Now, we'll see if he wants to come out for a bit of food. Ooh, here we go, Graham. He's there. Look up here, buddy. Look up here, Graham. Stop looking at me, please. There we go. Look up here. Ooh, Graham, you made me nervous. He's looking straight at my head. There you go, Graham. Woo! Give it up for Graham, everyone. That was awesome. He is such a cool crocodile. Look, he's even smiling at you guys in the front row there. Isn't that cute? Alright, now we'll set Graham up for another strike in a section of the Croc Museum that does not have all the water. That's so cool.
It's so big.
That is epic. Alright, Jimmy, over to you. Good luck.
Oh, sorry, mate, Graham. You just made me stand my undies. They very rarely do that. That is incredible. It's such a heavy animal to be able to lift itself up and have the power. So I'm going to go quiet here. Come on, big fella. Nice strike again. Covering that distance from the tip of the nose to the base of the tail. And he's dead set, looking at my little legs there. Not at the fish. Come on, Graham. Oh, nice catch, mate. Nice catch. He's an absolute weapon, mate. Now, if you can hear the nervousness in my voice, it is 100% legit. I've been doing this for a little while, but it never gets easy because of those teeth. They're scary, but it's what's behind them that really freaks me out. Graham has got more jaw pressure than any other animal on the planet, and his size now, he's looking at about 3,500 pounds per square inch closing pressure. So if he grabs a pig on the head, something with tight-knit bone, he can crush it down like we crush a paper cup in our hand. To put that in even more perspective, car crushes at the tip, which crush a car into a little metal cube, they are up 2,500 PSI. He's got more than that in his mouth. So like I said, he grabs something all over Red Rover. Now, they are incredibly intelligent. They learn and remember patterns and behaviours of animals that come down for a drink. If a feral pig or a roo comes down for a quick sip, it bails straight away. They know there's crocs there. He's not going to come flying out of the first one. He watches and he waits. Graham, what you see him get today is going to last him for well over a week. They can go months without food, so they lay in wait, and each day passes, that animal starts to feel more comfortable until weeks later, it hasn't seen a croc, it comes down for a drink, and that is when the crocodile strikes, using what you've just seen there. But there is another method, which will show you now where crocodiles can catch themselves something to eat. When Graham started life, tiny, 15 centimeters, 30 grams. Definitely not the epic predator he is now. But he hid in the reeds and he used the tail walk method to hunt spiders, frogs, and insects, where he's angling onto this food. Boy, nice catch, mate, nice catch. And obviously, as they get larger, as the frogs grow, they've learned this method themselves. They'll then start to hunt larger prey items. Possums, snakes, they all love flying foxes. Nice catch, mate, nice catch. So the lesson there is if you do travel up north, those overlying branches, anything over the water might look like a good place to flick a lure or read a book. Absolutely not a good idea. Now, he is well and truly locked onto that tail or branch. I'm going to creep past and see if we can kind of get him back here.
Our crocodiles, they actually love this tail off portion of the show. So a lot of times they just sit there, hoping we're going to do the tail walk again. And that's what I like to show you guys. Over here, Graham. That's what I love showing you guys. Just how much our crocodiles love this time of day. As I was saying earlier, we have 7 crocodiles, 1 for each day of the week. Every day at 1:15, they line up out the back hoping it's their turn because they get a free feed, and also they absolutely love chasing us. And crocodiles, they're very territorial. So at the end of the day, they think they chase us out of their area, they defended their territory, and they have an awesome day, which we love for our crocodiles, most importantly. But it's great to show you guys these natural hunting behaviors so you can learn a little bit more about them. Now, we're going to see if Graham wants to come out on land one more time for you guys to show you top speed of the crocodile once they're out of the water. Now, there are myths that they can run as fast as a horse, or that you have to do things like zigzags if you're ever for some reason chased by a crocodile. Those are just myths. We're trying to dispel those today. And actually with him in front of me, I really hope he's not as fast as a horse, because that'd be a very different show for you guys. It'd be very cool. There we go, Graham. Nice job. Stop with the live feed. There you go, buddy. Nice job. Look up here. Look up here, Graham. You make me nervous, buddy. Our crocodiles like to play this game called Come Closer. It's a really fun game. They can only play it once. So I'm not going to do that today. You know what, Graham? You just got that. Nice job, Graham. Isn't he awesome? Yeah, you're not. He is so cool. And now he's being play on land. You can see how cumbersome he is. He's not designed for speed on land. In fact, I'll put where my money where my mouth is. I reckon I could sit down right here in front of Graham. No worries at all. He's not making any effort to come forward and come and get me. I could maybe even push him a little further and lay down in front of him. Over here a little bit. But I could lay down right in front of Graham in a compromised position. And see, he's not trying to come and get me. I'm not going to sit here very long because I still don't trust him. But you can see, I'm in a compromised position, only a few feet away from his head, and he's not trying to come and get me because he knows we have the upper hand on land. All I got to do is turn around and run away, well clear of Graham. But watch this. Watch the difference. When I get further away, all the way over here, you start messing around in his water. Watch the difference. See, he wants to get back into his water and defend his territory. Because he knows in the water and at the water's edge is where he shines. Right here, from the water's edge to about 5 meters back, is where a crocodile can strike out. He can strike out from the tip of his nose to the base of his tail in the blink of an eye. So if you stay back 5 meters from the water's edge, you can guarantee you will avoid any strike of any large crocodile out in the wild. So that's rule number 1. Rule number 2, don't overhang the water, just like Jimmy showed us. And rule number 3, don't go swimming in croc territory, because although they're quite slow on land, in the water they can swim about as fast as a dolphin, which is a whole lot quicker than we can. So when you're in croc territory, just follow those 3 rules, and you'll never come into stride for the crocodile. That would protect us humans, obviously, but you're also protecting crocodiles by doing that. Whenever an altercation occurs, there are always calls for get rid of the crocodiles, call them out, and that's just really sad. First of all, because our habitats will suffer without an apex predator. They're the roof of the house, making sure all the other animals are in healthy populations, keeping everything in balance in the ecosystem. Without them, everything will collapse. And also, because they're just awesome, we should be proud to have the world's largest reptile right here in our backyard in Australia. You can see why Steve loved them so much. Up there on the big screen, you can see Steve working alongside the very same crocodiles we have here at Australia Zoo. Maybe on the big screen, we'll see. But these are the same crocodiles. See, there he is. Worked alongside. He rescued a lot of them, including Graham, from being under threat of being poached or thrown into crocodile farms. They would have been turned into boots, bags, and belts. Instead, they get a life of luxury here at Australia Zoo, showing you guys how to stay safe around them, and hopefully give you guys an appreciation for them. You don't have to love them as much as me and Jimmy, but we hope you go away today with a greater understanding for the role they play in our ecosystems, and hopefully an appreciation for just how awesome it is to have a modern-day dinosaur right here in our backyard. So thank you guys for coming to Australia Zoo today, keeping Steve's dream alive, and keeping the important work we're doing to protect crocodiles and all the animals we have here at Australia Zoo. Enjoy the rest of your day. Thanks, everybody.
My dad taught me from a very early age